South Carolina Congressman and Senate candidate Ralph Norman, great to have you with us. First off, congratulations on advancing to the runoff. I know you have a tough opponent. What sets you apart as the person for this job?
First of all, I was glad to be chosen to be in the top, in the finals, as you say. You know, we will debate over the next 2 weeks kind of the differences that we have. Look, we're in a battle for control of this country against socialism, against communism, and I think Darlene would agree with me that that's the #1 goal. We're not enemies. We're battling for a slot. Why am I the best candidate? I've got a solid business career. I've made money. I've lost money. My record is my resume, which is one of conservatism. I backed the president at every way and will do so. And I tell you, if we don't unlock the Senate from being the graveyard for any good piece of legislation that we send over from the House, this country is going to be in serious trouble. And I point to one bill, the SAVE Act, verifying that we're Americans to vote for our leaders. That being said, we're going to fight. The next 2 weeks is going to be hectic, but I'm welcome. I enjoy it.
Yeah, Congressman, I mean, you just alluded to it. I mean, and you've said it, the Senate's where good bills go to die. And the Save America Act is the prime example. And I know many conservatives are upset with the Senate that it won't ditch the filibuster or take other steps to enact the president's agenda. So if you are elected to serve as a United States Senator, would you keep the filibuster or would you vote to abolish it?
I would nuke the filibuster. Look, we're at a tipping point in this country. We can't sugarcoat what's happening. The socialist communists are fighting us at every level. We can't, milquetoast modernism is not going to work. And I've never been like that, but I feel the pressure to do something about a Senate. For God's sake, they took 5 weeks off without passing something that's per the Constitution and is per keeping our elections safe and secure. So this is worth the fight, and we're going to win this fight.
And back to your race, I know the winner then moves on to face off against Democrat Annie Andrews, who won her party's primary back in June. Do you have any worry that whomever eventually emerges on the Republican side, you or Senator Graham, will face any challenges winning in November?
Well, what they will do is they'll put the money to this. They smell blood in the water because Lindsey Graham is no longer there. Lindsey had money that he could spend to fight. He did when Jamie Harrison ran back a couple of cycles ago. But we're going to win the race against socialism. South Carolina is a red state, they're a conservative state, and I think we realize what's at stake here.
And so, Senator, regardless of the outcome, obviously Republicans will have to unite in this race. Would you support Senator Graham if she comes out on the other side of the run out? And I'm hoping that we'll ask the same of her.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I like her. We're just different people. Yeah, I would definitely support her, as well as, and during the debates, I said, I'm not fighting my fellow Republicans. We're fighting a cancer in this country, and it's called socialism and communism, and we got to win.
Does this socialism wave, this surge, does it surprise you at all, what we've been seeing in just the last 6 months?
No. Look, Republicans, we've got to meet the challenge. What I think I heard on the campaign trail is, and I've been all over South Carolina, they're sick and tired of candidates running on a position of conservatism, less government, less taxes, and then morphing into a complete liberal. And we can't do that. And we have to do what we say we're going to do. We got to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And I have done that. My record backs me up.
There we go. Walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. I like that, Congressman. Thank you for taking the time this morning. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.